So, welcome everybody. So last week, the party landed in the mountains north of Jerdine or south of Jerdine and made their way down to a diggings. They got into a tunnel, got in a big fight with a bunch of goblinoids and killed all of them. Did find a note on one of them that they were going to reinforce a camp near the entrance to the tunnel, presumably the same goblins that had been harassing the workers. But the party has gone deeper into the caves to try to figure out what is behind all these various goblinoids amassing, with their mission being to scout it out, figure out what's going on, why they're doing it, how many enemies there are, and report back to Jerdine. So that is where we pick up. And we ended last time with Kane catching a glimpse of a couple creatures. I think you should still be able to see like two of them based on what I'm seeing. However, they have not seen you because you are the knight. And incidentally, this is a tripwire right here, but Haleo called it out for everybody so you can all see it and step over it.
This is why you're supposed to wait for the scout to return until you don't just have the scout go ahead and just blindly follow in the general direction of the scout.
In that note,
depends on who the scout is.
What'd you say, Demilo?
In that vein, can I make a perception check and try to hear, because we have a split path ahead of us. I want to try to hear which direction Kane went, if possible.
You ain't hearing nothing. I'm at the night.
Sure, make a perception check.
Or just in general to hear what's down the where are you?
You hear
Holy shit, I cannot
the sound of your hopes and dreams for hearing anything crashing down around you.
Okay.
You're in a cave, you're pretty sure of that.
So, can I start moving again?
Yep.
Okay. I'm just gonna... I can't move. Oh, I selected the thing. I unselected it. Alright.
I'm gonna... Who is this?
Who is what?
You have to ping it. They can't see your selection.
There we go.
That's Johan.
Johan.
Okay.
Rope buddy!
Whoa,
Everyone.
Okay. Alright, that's fine. You're just going back. That's fine.
Everyone, there's some stuff up ahead that tunnel I just came out of. I only saw a couple, but there could be more.
As he addresses everyone at a 40-foot range.
Oh, I'm 40 feet away?
I will allow that he would have gotten a reasonable distance close to you.
What did you see, Kane?
What were they, kobolds?
They were, and you recognize them as such.
I saw some kobolds. I'm gonna go kill them.
Interesting. No, perhaps...
Maybe we should just go the other direction instead for now.
What's a kobold?
Let's not kill them yet.
Okay,
We're not really looking for kobolds.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was just doing that for electromagnet.
Oh, alright. Go ahead then.
I wasn't actually moving.
I saw you running off down the tunnel and I was going...
Yeah, I was like, no, wait, come back!
Like, understand that when you, like... Yeah, alright.
I won't do that
Full
anymore.
person.
If I move, I'll like, it'll be like actually moving. It won't be for jokes.
Alright, sounds
Sorry.
Perhaps we should make a plan. What exactly did you see?
Saw some kobolds. I think what we should do is you guys get in position, and I'll start firing arrows at them.
Did you see anything beyond a few kobolds?
I didn't. I figured I should tell you guys. Also, you see I found the tripwire, so...
How many kobolds?
Hold on a sec. Kane, the only other thing that you did see is they were on a raised elevation from where you were at. Like, they were maybe 8 to 10 feet up vertically from you. So.
They were up they were up higher than I was. I only saw a couple.
Oh, and actually you would have seen the beginnings of a stairway from where you were as well.
What he said.
Do you take history or nature checks for creature identification?
It depends what the creature is.
What is a kobold?
Oh, you want to know what a kobold is?
Yeah.
I don't know what a kobold is.
Yeah, either someone can tell him or you can roll nature.
You guys never killed kobolds before?
The kobolds are
Colleen hasn't been outside the city much.
lizard-like
Ever.
creatures. They
It hasn't been
live
in a book.
mostly in the Underdark, and they tend to
You,
follow
Delilah
dragons if
wouldn't.
possible.
Well, Delilah
No?
wouldn't. No, well, so Anangren's Underdark hasn't been known until you guys discovered it. So it's only very recently coming to light. So you would mostly know them for dwelling in like around mountains, that sort of thing. But
Okay,
based
I
on
meant-
a history check, you might know about them being.
I
in
meant
the
like
Underdark.
in caves and stuff. But
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Was that a pun?
Did I say Underdark?
You did.
Oh, okay, I didn't mean to.
Yep.
You did.
No, that's fine. But yeah, I can sort of summarize a little bit. They're basically small humanoids. They're generally pretty weak, but they have a penchant for building elaborate tunnels and setting traps in order to protect themselves. They often get sort of bullied by larger creatures.
Kane, would you do me a favor?
Hmm?
Perhaps a few of us should remain here to guard the tunnel you just went down, and perhaps yourself and maybe Hillel or a couple of the other more quiet members could head down this other tunnel and try to investigate to see if there's maybe a way around.
But kobolds are easy to kill. You can just go through.
Perhaps, but they also could be entrenched, or there may be a great number of them. Or
You also said they would
worst
have the
case-
high ground in a fight like that.
Worst
And-
case, they could have a draconic leader.
And we don't need to kill them.
Man.
Agreed, but regardless, I would prefer
Okay.
engaging in a death trap.
So who else is sneaky besides me?
Johan.
I'm light on my
so
feet.
sneaky.
Johan is sneaky.
Fallon has high dex, but I'm also human and I
Johan is
don't
the
have dark vision.
antithesis of stealthy.
Yeah, I can be quiet, but I can't see very well in the dark, so I'm of no use here.
So Colleen or Hillel then? Who wants to?
Kaleo.
Yeah.
Oh, I ship it.
You're not dragging enough, Hillel.
At this point, I'm going to sort of take up residence over here.
Okay.
But before I move, I'm actually going. Is there anyone that would like light? I can provide it to whoever needs it.
I raise my Fallon raises his hand.
Of course. Can I enchant a couple arrows to glow?
You can do one.
I can do one. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not going to do
Or
it.
wait a minute. No, how does light work? Can you only have one thing lit at a time? I think that's the case.
I think so. That sounds about right.
Okay, yeah, so you can do
Yeah,
one.
one object. Okay.
Or you could just make him glow. The entire thing.
I could, but I kind of don't want to make him a target.
I think an arrow is good because he can also fire
That's
it
what I'm
if he needs to
thinking.
get
Or-
light
or
in a
mark.
distance.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah,
make Johan glow.
I'll
He's
touch-
supposed to be the tank.
Yeah, that works.
I'll
I'm
touch-
down.
Okay, I'll just reach over and touch Johan. And
Okay.
now Johan-
Okay,
now
then.
Johan is light.
New ship.
Alright, so.
So
Didn't even raise his hand.
no,
Johan's
let
not going to sneak anywhere now.
Okay, I have to.
Like this was
adjust
going
a
to,
couple
you know,
things. I
make a
think
difference.
this will work.
Super
Kane's just
disadvantage now.
walking down the other tunnel now?
Yeah.
Or stealthing down the other tunnel now?
Okay, you all. Some of you should see Johan glowing. I think.
I don't know.
Mm.
Like Alistair, can
Uh,
you see light coming from Johan? Oh wait,
Nope.
no. Here we go.
I
Now.
can't
Yep,
either.
now I can.
All right,
And it should be what? 10 feet and 20 feet? No, 20 and 20.
I got it.
Okay.
Okay. So Kane, as you're going down this tunnel, are you sneaking? If so, give me a stealth check.
Alright. I can't use the one from last time?
Nah. New
No.
week. New week.
It's so
new
good.
stealth
Head
check.
up. Follow him along.
It
Because
was
we
so
suggested two-person scouting.
good. It was so good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm my level, bro.
I'm not a detriment to this stealthing scout party.
Yet.
Not at all.
You haven't gone full Johan yet.
Hey, Lale, I can still
Hey.
hear you.
Wait,
Yeah,
are you
hey,
actually
not
shouting?
canon. Not canon.
Yeah, like,
I didn't think so.
I'd like to remind you all that
That's
there
what
has
we
been a
use
time
the
where I
in-game
rolled the
chat
best
for.
in stealth.
Just like there's been times I rolled the best in intelligence based rolls. Good
Yeah.
times.
Yes,
Good times.
actually, you do that like relatively often with Arcana.
It's the best. It's
Got
like we have
scouting
a bunch of
with my
magic
best
people.
buddy Kane.
Shh, we have to be quiet to
Oh,
stealth.
so Kane, stop.
Oh,
At this point, you
Alistair.
should see something.
yeah, what are those? I
And
see
I want to check
many of
something.
them.
All right. So, yeah. So you see, let me see. Give me a nature with advantage.
I'm good at intelligence based rolls.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right.
Yeah, he is.
You recognize
He
it.
is.
You've seen these before. In fact, you very recently. Actually, yeah. Well, you're at a distance. Anyways, these are goblins once again. And actually, though, they're not reacting to you. They don't see you yet. You get the sense that with your ability, you may actually be able to see further in the dark than they can.
So can I discern any details about them?
You can ascertain that they're goblins, they're carrying weapons, and they're generally just, they seem to be sort of lounging around right now. Every once in a
Any
while.
of them stand out?
No, not that you can see anyway.
So,
Every
like,
once in a while, they
we're-
sort of like grumble and curse at each other or something like that.
So they're like we're the same kind of like level of stuff. No one has like special looking armor, like
You
completely
don't
different
see
looking
anyone
armor.
particularly special looking. They just all look like random gobs.
Okay. Kane's gonna do the thing where he like does like the hand thing, do like the hand signals to like point at the goblins, but incorrectly. But yeah.
Because Halil understands them anyway.
What the hell are you doing?
There's goblins down there. Can't you see them?
No, not yet.
Can't see them. Should we get closer or keep going down the tunnel?
No, still can't see them. Maybe we should have a quick look what's around this corner. Up
Okay.
to the right.
Alright. I don't like that pink arrow that keeps appearing. It worries
Just
me.
pretend it's not there.
Okay.
It does occur to me that the rest of you probably can't see any of this, but oh well.
I was about to ask. No, everyone's just kind of sitting here now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, well, we
There's
go
much to see.
stealthing about.
So, Alistair,
Yeah,
you wouldn't happen to have any beer with you?
I don't think I brought any. No.
That's a shame.
Johan, I have something here. Are you sure this is the best time to be drinking now?
I was
Oh,
gonna suggest Milo, but I
Okay,
didn't know if it'd be
and,
racist to recommend the dwarf.
Everybody pause
Yeah.
here for a moment. So you guys can keep doing your thing, but I need to narrate again. So Kane and Halil, as you guys are coming to this area, you hear the rush of waterfalls. It would be sort of to your left. The way the map is oriented, it would be to the south, is where you hear the sound of waterfalls. And you can look and see water flowing at sort of a moderate pace through an underground river. You can see the bottom. It's maybe 4 feet deep, and it appears to get even shallower further north. And let me see something real quick. How far can you see? Okay, yeah. So Kane, you can also see a bridge running across the cavern.
I'm the best. All right. You hear the water?
Yeah, I see it.
Do you see the bridge up there?
No, not quite.
I thought you guys could see in the dark.
I can't see in the dark.
Not very well, apparently.
Maybe you can see further.
Clearly.
Yeah, Kane has 120-foot dark vision with his ability.
Shh. Don't tell them that.
Spoilers.
Did I say 120? I meant somewhere between 60 and 200.
You're not supposed to tell them I have an ability that gives you vision. They may have guessed it, but I never explicitly told them this.
That's fair.
We heard you talk about using your dark vision spell before. I think we
That
could have
did it?
figured it out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then you figured it out.
I hear chains in the distance.
It's weird. That's the same noise we heard in the old cave.
Oh god, no, please no.
Okay, no, these like the metal, the chains and stuff before, like I thought it was coming from here. Like when you started using this,
Oh,
like making noises.
yeah.
I did not appreciate like looking around. Like, what the heck is that noise?
Get off me.
Right, hold on, I gotta scroll the map over so I can see.
Okay,
Sorry,
Kane and
did I hear?
Halil, as you guys are getting to about this point, you start to hear the sound of picks chinging against rock. You hear the voices of different kind of creatures. You recognize a few different kinds of goblinoids that you've run into before, as well as the sort of higher pitch of, well, actually, Kane, give me another nature.
Nature. Alright.
Yeah, you recognize the higher pitched voice of kobolds as well. So it sounds like whatever is somewhere fairly close to where you're at now. There are a few different kinds of creatures, and they're engaged in some kind of work.
Can I tell which direction they're coming from?
Yeah, it would be down the tunnel, sort of south.
Should we go check out the picks or go in the other direction?
Oh, we could try and get a better look.
Alright.
That can't hurt, can it?
Keep your eyes out for traps and whatnot.
Casey, I have 2 questions.
Okay, stop everybody. What's up?
First of all, the decanter of endless water.
Yes.
Could I fill it with stuff, not water, and would it work?
But it's already full of water. How are you going to empty it?
Yeah, I have to like look up the rules for that real quick.
Endless beer.
Yeah. Also, while you're looking that up, could I have stocked up on sandwiches as my rations?
You did not say that, so I'm not going to allow it.
Okay.
You know
I'll
what?
have to try.
It's called the sandwich rule.
You know, you grabbed one sandwich from the airship. You have a single sandwich.
So Fallon wants to forage in the cave for food.
Okay.
And just class specifics, I find twice as much as normal.
Okay. Give me survival. A stoppered flask.
He comes back with 2 sandwiches.
2 times 0 is still 0.
Yeah, you can put other liquids inside the decanter. Who knows what the effect will be? Fallon, you find a lot of rocks.
Like twice as many rocks. Yeah. 2 times as many rocks as anyone else would
You
find.
find all the rocks.
Okay, now I want to look for purple flowers.
Yeah, give me perception.
Sandwich.
Okay, you wander around the cave. For the most part, you don't find any. However, if you walk over to where I'm pinging right now, it's right here. You will notice a small side cave. Notice 2 little flowers peeking up alongside the rock.
It's a trap.
Yep.
You can add 2 more flowers.
Yes.
All right. Kane and Halil back. I mean, yeah, you all can move freely again.
I can see stuff.
Oh, so you can. All right. Let me check something. Okay. Oh, wow. All right. So I think that what you're saying, let me measure. Wait,
I can barely see it.
wait, what can you see?
I see some.
Oh, they're in the torchlight.
Let me zoom in.
Oh, that's why you can see it. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's like torchlight, and I see like a weird shape and a token.
Okay,
Right
yeah.
under
You recognize a kobold by a wheelbarrow.
Oh, that's far less interesting than I thought it was going to be. All right.
Sinister.
Do you see that? There's a kobold next to one of those wheel thingies that carry stuff.
Yeah, maybe they're digging stuff out there or something.
Should we get closer, or should we
I
go up
don't
to
know
the
if
tunnel?
we're trying to look for the village. Well, or whatever we're looking for. I don't think it would be that way.
What are we looking for?
Wherever their base of operations is, the main camp, I think it was.
Oh, okay.
From the letter.
I was read an All-Star story, sorry. Okay, let's go to the next tunnel then. I'll lead the... Why am I zooming instead of moving? Okay, let's go. I'll call you Stealth Buddy from now on. Oh, what is this I see? I see stuff.
Okay, hold on a sec.
I might have seen it sooner, but
so,
I didn't.
So you look into a room. On one side of the room, you see a pile of digging tools. You also see a bunch of supplies in barrels, a few oddments. On the other side, you can just make out from your angle a few large stone tables, and around one of them are seated a few goblins.
How many goblins?
Well, you may or may not be able to see all of them, so you see what you see.
How many goblins? Is it just those 4 that I see?
I mean, you see what you see.
Okay. All right.
You can see the arrow, I take it.
Yeah. It's just, I wonder what that means.
I wonder why he's doing that so often when you get near the objects. Wow. There are 4 goblins up ahead at a table.
Oh. I'm not so sure we can sneak past them.
You could try and kill them.
Yeah.
There's only 4. I'm confident I can kill at least 1 before they know what happens.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm worried about the other 3.
They're just goblins. We'll be fine.
Well, maybe we should head back to the others and tell them what we saw. Because if we could get here, I think with the others it wouldn't be too hard to come here as well.
But Johan and pacifist lady. I can't remember your name. I'm sorry, Karnis. Delilah. They're not very stealthy. They're like plate armor.
Yeah, but I think it might be safer all the same.
Balance usually high. We can go back if you really want to. But I think we could take him.
Yeah, we might be able to, but I don't think we should take the risk.
Okay, fine. Let's go back and try and sneak the 2 plate armor people through these tunnels.
We could carry them.
Can we? I can't carry them.
I don't know.
I might be able to carry the short one.
I think they're... Yeah.
Alright, let's go. Do you have to like...
If you're just going back, you can move in larger chunks. Don't move outside of what you can see, but feel free to move quickly.
I hit a wall. Just ran into a wall.
Yeah, I did set it, I think, so that you can't move any place you can't see. So you can like teleport.
I can move there.
You can like teleport from light to light, I believe. Oh, you can't? Okay.
Yeah,
right.
Just that. Anyway, where's this bridge?
Yeah, you can.
Haynes left. I've completely left you.
Skip across.
I gotta like move the map every once in a while.
Those goblins we saw earlier better not have moved.
What do you mean we?
The goblins you saw earlier.
Guys, we found a bunch of goblins and shit. And they're like digging.
Goblins.
Yeah.
Damn it, that is the wrong accent again.
We forgive you. Go back to your Russian one.
Oh, by the way,
What's going on here?
Anyone can make an intelligence check. I just don't want to like give you information for free, but this is something that is pertinent that you might not have remembered.
I'm a genius. Tell me.
Are you looking at?
Well,
I mean,
Is Kate the
just
smartest
raw
one so far?
intelligence?
Yeah.
if there are goblins in that direction, then that is perhaps where we should be going.
I mean, there are some
That
people
is
too.
still so very
Don't
wrong.
look at that.
Still very wrong.
Redeem us, somebody, please.
I'm pretty impressed.
Don't look at. Don't look at.
I'll admit, I set the DC for this slightly high because I figured that all of you could make the check. But if none of you make it, I'm not going to remind you.
Clean. Please.
What are we doing?
Is-
Sorry, I'm
does this
Intelligence.
have to do- Does this have to do with the direction that we're that we supposedly knew?
It has to.
If so, Karnis remembers.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I was going to remind you about geographically where you were.
Yeah.
Okay, Khalid.
In the
redeemed
mountain.
us.
Okay.
Alistar
If you
forgot
remember,
directions.
then I won't say anything. Although Colleen.
I couldn't see the whole time. I have no idea what direction we're going in.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about like world map kind of thing. Colleen, it does occur to you as well as I think it may have occurred to Delilah that you have gone, like you went south to get to the camp, and then you came back just about the same amount north to get to where you're at now. Okay.
So we're right under Jardine then. Or close to under Jardine.
Oh man.
So we found some
Buttons.
Which is what I
Found
was
some-
thinking.
goblins and kobolds. They were digging and stuff. There was some on a table, but Hillel didn't want to try and kill them. There's only 4. I think you could have killed them. But
We
he
found
didn't
4
want a
in that
chance
whole
to risk.
hallway.
Oh no, just in what there were like 3 different areas that had goblins and kobolds. Just one of them only had 4 in one particular area, which I thought we could have taken.
There were
but
tables and other
Exactly
things.
How far did you go into the goblins' territory?
I don't know how far we go, Hillel.
A lot of feet.
How many camps did you have to sneak, or how many groups did you have to sneak?
3.
3.
I think there were 3, right? I forgot.
Yeah, 3.
3 distinct areas.
No offense, but I am. Well, I was always made fun of for being clumsy as a child.
I can see that.
Plus, she sort of like gently knocks against her shield. This is exactly the most quiet of armor.
Ah,
Don't have to tell us that.
yeah.
I look at Johan.
Oh, piss off.
So,
He's also glowing right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's glowing. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
so
Whose idea
let
was
us
that?
advance to the first group. Those of you who are a little quieter, more towards the front, and Johan, myself can hear.
So tanks in the back and squish people in the front.
Yes.
What?
Seems like a brilliant idea.
Perfect.
If it makes you feel better, she'll hold out her hand, and there's a small silver ring in her hand. You can take this, and I will take any I will take a part of any damage you receive on myself instead.
I want to snatch the ring.
Yes, I'll take it.
No, wait. I'll take it. Why do you take it?
I
I want
was
to snatch the ring.
Kane or Haleo, who are going to be in the front.
Kane takes the ring and looks at it and tries to figure out how much money it would be worth.
Can I try to snatch it first?
Colleen would also be.
No.
I did mention it first. I said it first.
Wait, did you say Colleen would also be towards the front?
Yes, I am naturally curious, and I tend to lead the party.
Oh, but I don't know.
No, I mean,
Are there rolls we should make to see who got to the ring first?
Just saying.
I'll let you guys handle
You're
it.
more
I mean, Fallon
selective
just-
with your gift giving.
Gambling. Gambling, I'm in.
Well, you lost last time. Didn't you like drug me? 'Cause you
As
lost.
a bunch of you rush
Did I
forward to
lose?
grab the ring, Demilo's gonna like hold up a hand. Wait, the ring itself does no good. It requires me to cast a spell as well.
Kane just kind of shrugs and reaches for the ring.
Even more so, you should give it to me. I'm the one who's actually going to be standing in front of.
No, you're
most
not.
of
You're in the
stuff
back.
that's going to be.
Because you're a fucking glow in the dark
No.
Carulo.
Yeah.
Are
Oh
we
yes,
sure
yes.
we
I mean,
want to go down
I'll
the
be
path
walking.
with the 3 goblin encampments and not up the one with the 1 kobold encampment?
Maybe.
But isn't that way like the way that we're supposed to be going anyway?
It was the goblins we were supposed to be investigating. Is the only reason I was suggesting that direction.
Okay.
Yeah, and there
That
seemed
sounds
to
good
be
then.
far more action involved in the other direction. Well,
Okay.
More
not that we looked
killing.
very hard. Yeah.
So Kane reaches for the ring now.
KC,
Yeah.
well, hold on. Can I make a insight check to sort of, or whatever check it would be, to sort of determine who might be the most squishy of the group? I'll do medicine, or perception, insight.
I mean, sure, give me insight.
Colleen and I are the only ones not wearing. Well, Colleen, Halil, and I are the only ones not wearing armor.
Halil just wants to be oiled up without a shirt on, though.
Yeah.
Jealous.
Maybe what we should.
Why
So
do you have a sword?
I have an idea. Maybe what we can do is have Halil and Kane sneak back behind the first camp and stand between them and the second camp, and we could approach the first camp and try talking to them first. And that way, if they tried to run or try to alert anyone, Kane and Halil would be there to cut them off.
You mean kill them?
To stop their retreat. And Alistair will just talk directly over Kane. And we can instead attempt to talk to them and find out if they have any information for us that we might need. And Anon.
It's
Sounds good.
Alistair, yes?
I'm sorry?
Alistair, that is your name, correct?
Yes, that's my name.
As much as that plan appeals to me, I have the unfortunate inkling that these creatures are not going to cooperate.
They may not, but at least this plan doesn't make us sneak up on them when we're as a party not going to be able to do that.
I do like the
Come on
idea
now.
of having a couple of people sneak behind them.
You're glowing.
If for
Hey,
no other
hey,
reason, then we need to stop them from alerting others.
Exactly, and that allows us to do from the front whatever we kind of wish. Colleen was able to communicate with the Koatoa in the last cave system we explored. I see no reason why she might not be able to talk to the goblins as well.
You would know that goblins tend to speak goblin.
Yeah.
They do also speak common, so you might be able to communicate to them.
Also, their written language is based on Dwarven, if this is based anything like the book.
This plan, I'm down with this plan.
I mean, we're looking for we're here for information, and these goblins will certainly have it. How we get it from them, whether that be talking, bribing, or maybe eventually hurting, that is sort of a last resort. But this plan gives us the best chance to talk to this group and only this group. If Halil and Kane can stop any retreats.
Yeah. So the language is based off Dwarven, right?
Does anyone speak Goblin specifically?
Not Goblin, but I do speak Dwarven, and I am good looking and not charismatic. One of the two.
Mila raises her hand and sort of like shakes it a little bit.
Oh, you speak Goblin? Okay.
No, I speak Dwarven.
Oh, I was asking if anyone spoke Goblin.
No.
Okay.
But
well, we can
again,
at least
it
try
is
talking
only
to them
the
in common.
language that is based on Dwarven. And again, we have no confirmation from KC of this, so I don't know.
Oh, there are goblins in the overworld as well. I mean, like, they use a dwarven script. It doesn't mean it's at all the same language, but certain characters...
that's what I meant. The runes are similar.
Yeah, like, and certain, like, very common characters might be similar.
Okay.
All right, well then let's execute this plan.
Did you? You never said what I should roll if I wanted to try to.
Yeah, I
guess
did, and I messaged you about it too. Insight.
Oh, what did you message me?
I said it, but other people were talking at the time, so I also whispered to you.
Okay.
Oh, there you are. So yeah, so you would gather, based on that. I mean, you know everybody's class in the group, and based on that, you would tend to think that Alistair and Colleen are the most, most vulnerable.
But also ranged.
You look over and see Colleen striking a fabulous pose.
No, I mean,
Colleen
I'm
looks
already.
incredible.
Yeah, I'm already super. Okay, well that doesn't. Then. Yeah, I give the ring to Colleen. I'm already super inclined to give it to Colleen. So.
And Johan's like trying to do a pose, I guess, over there in the corner.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. He could be having a stroke.
Yeah, no, none of the rest of your charisma checks matter for this. I know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm just trying to strike a decent pose.
Yeah. What would I need to roll
decent.
to? Yeah.
Look
What
good.
would I need to do to do a light show with the light that I have on me? Is that performance?
You need to learn magic. And learn
Yeah,
magic
get on that,
specifically
okay?
for interacting with a light spell, which I believe you do not know.
I'll cast
So
dancing lights
just
around
yeah.
Colleen, just
I mean,
make her
it's
pose even more
Delilah's light
fabulous.
Yes.
Warding
I mean, I know it's that.
Warding.
Like, it's his her light spell, but I was like. Well, to be honest, it was just all on me, so never mind. I need to make it more specific next time so I can.
Okay, Colleen, do you have access to what warding bond is?
No, but I assume that if I'm within a certain range, he takes half the damage that I would take.
Yes.
It
via that
means
range.
some other stuff too, though.
You
Plus
also
you're
get a
married
+1
now.
to AC and saving throws.
I'll link it to him.
Okay.
You're also married now.
Yeah, and you can't
Oh.
cast necromancy spells.
Okay, so technically you have resistance to
I don't know,
damage,
that's true.
is what it is.
There's the rules for warding bond. So look it up. That is active on you, and no concentration. So it's just active on you for the next hour.
Yep. Oh, right, by 60
Oh
feet.
my.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's important. Colleen, are you willing?
I'm assuming so.
So very willing.
All right. What'll it be, boys?
I thought we were going with Alistair's plan.
All right.
Well, I don't think we should let them know we're here. Just try and sneak past. And if
But we can't.
worse
sneak
comes
past.
to worse, we can try.
But we can't. We have a fucking guy glowing in the dark.
I mean,
Tell
why not
them
try to
off
get the
his
information
hand.
we came from out of the first group of goblins and not have to traverse any deeper?
Because what if they shout?
That's what you guys are there for.
Sound travels in a cave. We can't just shut them all up.
We can with knives and fists.
Eventually.
Now I wish I had taken...
Zone of silence.
Wait, all we have to do is destroy their trachea.
It's so
That
obvious.
was a big word.
Yeah. Why didn't we think of this before?
Not really okay with that?
How many goblins did we see down there? You see?
I saw. Well, at the last cavern there was definitely 4, but the first
Yeah,
one I
yeah,
didn't get a full look.
First one.
The first one I didn't get a full look. There might have been. I saw maybe 2 or 3, but I couldn't see out to the other to the whole area. I don't even know if it was a cavern, or just more tunnel. There could be another way out of there for all we know. So there's no guarantee that's just like they're walled in. Because that first
I
one we
mean,
didn't.
if our plan is to sneak by, I if Mila and Fallon
Portal.
or Johan think they could be quiet, I can make them invisible.
What
And
about
so-
But it's up to
books?
how quiet they can be at that point in time.
At this point, you guys hear some bellowing from down the cabin and some sounds of
The cabin?
roughhousing? We're
Which
not
side?
sure. Talking about from this direction.
Okay, interesting. Either way, we need to make our decision quickly, I believe.
Well, I think no matter what, having Kane and Halil sneak behind first is important, and then the rest of us. Then the question is just: do we confront the goblins or sneak by them?
Agreed.
I'm a fan of confronting them, but let's maybe just take a vote and move on that way.
Perhaps we can. Yes, let us vote quickly. We need to choose one direction or the other at the very least.
All in favor of confronting the goblins, raise your hand.
What was the last part?
All in favor of confronting the goblins, raise your hand.
I can't
To
see
the left
Johan,
instead of
so I
the
don't think
right.
he has his hand.
It looks like that's our plan then.
So is confronting attacking or just talking to them?
Well, we're gonna try talking to them first.
Okay, just making sure it didn't change. Sorry, my
When you
bad.
die, you better
Kane
not
and
blame
Halil,
me.
Kane and Halil, and potentially Colleen sneak behind them,
We should
and then
have-
the rest of
yes,
us deal with them from the front.
Okay,
have some people block off.
that's what we're doing. We're blocking off.
Okay, we'll give you guys a head start, and we'll approach afterwards.
We'll stay in so you can still see us. You know which way to go and when to stop.
Okay.
So stay like within sight of us.
Okay.
Perhaps we can use Johan as a distraction.
Yeah, that works for me.
Once
Okay, let's go, guys.
we more sneak past. Johan, you can approach, and I'm sure that inquisitive goblins will be interested to see why there's a light walking towards them.
That's a strange light. All right, follow me, guys.
Whew.
Gotta click myself again.
Gotta get my stealthing shoes on.
Are we all following?
Yeah.
Yeah, and anyone who is Johan, don't move so fast
Johan.
at once. Anyone who is attempting
Arrow keys.
stealth, please roll stealth.
Does that include us who have already stealthed?
No, you guys are good. We'll use it.
Okay. Johan, rope buddy. I think you should. Are you in the front with us? with
I'll-
the light? Or
I'm not the bait.
Not yet.
You
We're
are
gonna wait for
going
them to
the
sneak
bait
behind, and then you
after
bait.
They sneak
Yeah.
behind.
Oh,
okay.
well, go on then.
but
Why not you two?
everyone should be following us though.
Yes,
Like stay in visual contact.
yes.
Yeah, he's trying to stealth next to the stealthy people while he's like.
I have to
No.
stay next to you guys. Or I can't see anymore.
There's no stealthing going on with Johan.
Hello, was it this cavern?
Yeah, to the left, I think now.
Okay, guys. This cavern directly south is where we saw them. So we're gonna go over more to the west. And you guys go down there.
Still can't see.
Just go south. Oh, there's a bunch in there.
I am attempting to.
There's like, guys, there's like 7 in there.
All right.
Wait, there's
I
7
think
of us, we're
Fallon, it's
fine.
time for you to head south and
I
try to lure them out. Not Fallon, sorry, Johan.
Okay. Well, luckily
There's all these pink
I
arrows
rolled.
coming at me. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled
And
just what
stop,
I needed.
everybody. Stop right there.
Did they see Fallon?
So Johan comes trundling around the corner. And, clang, 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 clang. And at this point, you hear a goblin shout, "Hey, what's that over there?" And you hear the sound of scrambling feet. And I'm just going to, we'll see how this goes. Some of you may see some goblins sort of start to appear around the bend, all sort of massing up,
Rubber band.
something like that. Let me see.
Yeah.
And
By the way,
And one of them. Go ahead.
Did I understand what they were saying?
They're shouting in Goblin. But Johan, I think you can. Oh wait, no, you can't see. Actually, can anybody? So Kane, looking behind you, the ones that you can see, you see them start to ready short bows, and they're sort of standing tense.
Can I like whisper enough? Wait, how close is everyone? We're kind of scattered.
Yeah, you're kind of scattered. You are where you are.
We didn't stay very close.
So I rolled pretty good on stealth. Did they see
me?
me?
Be able to whisper.
They heard Johan. Because his clanging armor.
They just heard
one. Right? What?
I mean, and I don't think you can see them, Fallon. So.
No, I can't see nothing. I can't see anything. But they.
Okay, and we're just.
I rolled pretty good stealth, right? So they're not onto me yet.
Oh,
come on.
Can I
25 on stealth, just saying.
Okay, I'm gonna move over to like try and get closer to the group. Or wait. I'm gonna signal Halil. He's right there. Halil.
Okay, and as you are signaling Halil, let me see. First of all, let me see. All right, I need to figure out what they do. What can they actually see here? Yep. Okay. So, yeah. Everybody roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Who do they?
It's my favorite ability.
Who do they see?
Woohoo!
Good. Woo! Perfect. I rolled a nat 20 initiative when I can't see a thing.
Oh my god, that was okay. That's sad. Now go more.
Same. Well, except I can see.
What is
oh my god.
Yeah, Alistair, I highly recommend you stick next to the ball of light.
Oh, I can see you,
Johan. Yeah. Which is why you should stick.
I also have light at will on my magic ring, so.
Yes, okay, we've got a light, so no one's will.
Okay. Does anyone need me to add them to the turn order?
Oh, I didn't do it right. Yes, sorry.
All right. Yeah, that's fine.
Fallon is a 9 and Gamork's an 8.
I think I see Gamork there though.
I didn't do
sorry, I did. Yeah, sorry, I did.
Okay. Cool.
I messed up. I need to be added. I rolled an 8. I'm had selected on my screen. Why didn't it add me?
I don't know.
That's weird.
But there you are. All right. So this is going to be a surprise round. Everyone except for Kane is surprised because Kane, I believe, is the only person who can actually see anyone.
Yeah, I can't see. It's okay.
So did the stealth rolls, just a question, not count for much right now?
The stealth roll didn't help you because you were inside the goblin's vision range, so it could just look and see you. So the fact that you weren't making much noise didn't actually go for much.
Damn it.
And consequently,
consequently.
Yeah, consequently, this goblin is going to make a short bow attack against Fallon.
Right. Well, I'm glad I have a 3rd level spell left.
Rip Fallon, I guess.
I believe that's a hit.
That would be a hit, yeah.
So 6 damage as out of the darkness, an arrow sinks in just below your shoulder.
Sweet.
And then now we're on
I
this
glare at
goblin.
Kane.
You can't even see me.
In your direction.
This goblin. Let me zoom in.
You're supposed to wait for the rest of the group to go forward.
I was told to go south.
I told the whole group to go south.
Go south for the winter.
Well, to be honest,
no one
the
else
only
did.
thing going south is our plan. So you know.
Okay, I think a 7 misses you, Fallon.
Told you this was a bad plan.
So
7
you
misses.
juke out of the way of the next one.
I pointed y'all in the direction of where they were, and then
goblin.
you were all supposed to go south and draw them out. And for some reason, the guy that can't see in the dark was first.
I stealth super hard. I don't know what to tell you. 25.
Also misses.
But you
Are all
can't
7
see.
going for me? I thought Johan was going to be right there with his light source. I didn't know.
So did I.
I mean, you are within my, area of radiance.
Okay.
Right.
Kieran,
Steps
Johan's
forward.
light
Oh,
source.
critical against Fallon.
Falling.
Clean.
Oh. Since
Don't you
you're
take my
com-
soul.
Oh, snap. Okay, so
Yeah,
only
since
4
you're coming
damage from the
Ooh.
crit.
They crit, but they crit failed.
What a crit.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right,
Falling.
so
Oh my god.
May I
goes into your
suggest that
guts,
you
but you
walk up
managed
to me?
hold it pretty well, actually.
Catch it as it goes in.
All right, Kane, it's your
That's right.
turn. As you see, all right. So let me see. What could you actually see here?
Can you see me
I can
glaring
see,
at him?
like,
You
I
can see
see-
pretty much everything.
I see 8 goblins.
Yeah. So Kane, you saw a group of 8 goblins. You're pretty sure that they just saw Fallon. They probably and Johan because he was
Quick,
right near the
lead
light
him
and
to his
made a lot of
fate.
noise.
Yeah.
Let's
so
go.
you saw 4 of them instantly rush up and fling arrows at Fallon. No, you can go.
Okay, so real quick, I'll whisper to Hillel and say, there's 8 of them with short bows. Like, whisper it, though, quietly, so the goblins don't... Because they don't know I'm here yet, right? They don't know I'm there.
Give me... what is it?
I'm out of the vision
whisper
range, and I rolled good stealth.
Okay,
They
yeah.
can't see me.
Okay,
right.
we'll see how it goes. Go ahead. Do what you're going to do.
I'm just wondering for purposes of my attacks. Wait, hold on. How does the assassination
Yeah,
work?
you'll have sneak attack. They didn't notice you. For
And what about the assassination bit? Hold on. How does that work?
So let me think here.
Oh wait, no,
if you can make an attack against one that hasn't come up in the initiative yet, I will give you assassination.
Can you tell me? Do I know which ones haven't?
The 4 closest, because they
The
set
4
forward-
closest.
Yep. The 4 closest.
Okay.
No, the 4 closest have acted. The 4 that are further back have not.
Okay. Can I make it go at the 4 that haven't then?
Yes.
All right, sweet. Woo!
Okay, what are you aiming at?
I'm aiming. I guess the closest one that's hasn't moved. So
like this one.
That one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yep, that's a hit. Go and roll damage.
Okay.
Oh, and it's an auto crit. So.
So do I roll damage and what with the crit? How does the crit work?
Well, click on it.
Yeah, it should roll automatically.
So, like, because your second roll happened to be a crit, it actually automatically did it. If not, I would just look at it and mentally double it.
Okay, and then I got to add the cunning action.
But you got 11.
Right.
Oh, the sneak attack, yeah.
Sneak attack, yeah. Sneak attack, not cunning action. My bad. Ah.
Okay, so this goblin is readying itself to go after Fallon, and all that it knows, well, all that its companions know, it knows nothing, is that an arrow comes flying out of the darkness and goes cleanly through its skull. And
it's what?
The arrow just goes straight through its skull, continues on, and actually tinks against the back wall of the cavern.
Kane's just gonna go like to himself, but then realize no one probably saw that and cry.
In a dark fist pump.
And you see them like looking around, confused. They don't know where that arrow came from, except like they have a general idea where it had to, but they do not see you.
Then I'm gonna go hide, I guess.
All right.
Kind of hug the wall and hide.
Okay.
So
where are you moving?
Moving to the wall. Just kind of hugging that wall right there for now and hiding.
Okay. No check needed. You're hidden.
Sweet.
All right. And I need to. All right. Let me see if I can do this correctly. Yeah, that worked. All right. Cool.
I hope Demarla didn't see that.
No, I didn't.
Woo.
So
that said, I did see them basically kill Fallon, so I'm a little more concerned about other things.
All right. So now it's the other three's turn. This one will move over here, and it will make a short bow attack against Fallon. Short bow attacks for everyone.
Not for everyone.
No, just Fallon.
Just Fallon.
They can only see Fallon. Or actually, wait a minute. Can it see Fallon from there? No, it can't. So it has to.
Have I told you guys
it does have
about
enough
how
movement to step up one more though.
gives Casey an unfair advantage?
Hmm?
Nothing.
All right, so 7 damage fell in as arrow comes in.
7 damage or attack?
7 damage. The 23 was the attack.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fun.
This reminds me of the spider incident.
So another
It's
arrow
getting there, isn't it?
comes in on the other side.
We won the spider incident.
We did, but
It's gonna be fine.
Colleen tried to take my soul.
at least it's not like the Quaggoth incident. That was a bit hairier.
Alright, so this guy is going to come up to here, and he'll make a short bow attack. He'll miss, goes plinking past, but at this point they are starting to catch on to the fact that there's also a wolf nearby. But, let me see here, this guy, yeah, he'll just step up
Oh, are there more back there?
here, and he'll make a short bow attack. Whoops, not that. That. Okay, and he misses as well. Fallon, you still have some jukes, happily, even though you're sort of going Boromir style with the arrows right now.
I was about to make that joke myself.
All right, and we are now back to the top of the initiative order. It is up to Alistair.
Alistair, go. Kill them with your spells. I can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Yeah, I guess I can kind of see what happened with that. Fallon just got hit by a bunch of arrows.
Yeah.
But my best option would be to run up and hope I can see something, which seems like a terrible option.
Do it.
Throw
I'm
the
gonna
light
move
into an area of darkness.
Run blindly into the dark.
behind Johan and ready a action, a fire bolt in case I see someone.
Okay.
Is
You
that
can
fine?
totally do that. So just
In case anyone comes within my vision.
Yep, at any point between now and the next turn, after somebody's, if you can see somebody, you can attack.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Colleen.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What do I see now? I can see this guy over here.
Oh, all right.
Let's see. How far away is that?
It's a long way.
55.
I'm gonna give it a frostbite.
Okay. Is there a save for that, or is
It's
that
a
an attack?
DC-14 Condi.
Okay. All right, so that's a fail. Okay, so 3 cold damage, and has disadvantage. Oh, actually, so yeah, you reach out with your frostbite, and you see it numb up, and like you got a sense of the spell. It wasn't really your best effort, but all the same, this seems like a weak and sickly goblin, and he just sort of crumples down on the ground in a frozen little ball of misery.
Aw. Poor goblin.
That seems really sad
It's very sad.
for a goblin.
Kane just kind of chuckles as he watches this happen.
Just sort of glitters and clinks over.
Yep.
Kane finds this comical.
That's all I got.
All right. Haleo.
I'm disappointed in Kane.
Welcome to the party.
That attack wasn't meant to kill it.
Everyone's disappointed in Kane. Even Rope Buddy.
So I will say I do tend to, well, I often but not always roll HP individually, and that one came out weak.
He was a run to the litter, but he had high hopes and dreams, and Colleen shouted them.
Does it happen to know the range on my shuriken? I never wrote them down.
I want to say it's 2040, but let me double check. I think I copied it here.
right.
Now the super shuriken. It's 120 and
It's in
400.
the player's handbook. I gotta look it up there.
Yeah, I've got a really good throwing arm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
2060 actually.
You've been going to the gym.
So so with disadvantage you can get it 60.
Yeah, but I could just as easily do 20.
You just gotta run up to the 8 goblins and start throwing shuriken at them.
60, you say?
Yep.
All right, let's do a 60 against that guy.
All right.
This is a quality throw.
Let me double check. Okay, yeah, so there's a little bit of a rock mound. You give it just a little bit of a flick almost, and you actually see it curve through the air, and it just barely clips the side of the goblin's neck. Go ahead and give me a damage.
You have to bend the bullet.
Yeah, you see a spurt of blood come out of the side. Shuriken continues on past. After a moment, it blinks back to your hand, and you see the goblin slump down.
Some weak ass goblins.
All right.
Don't worry, there's probably more.
Oh, there's definitely more. You guys don't see what I see. Or maybe you do see what I see.
All right.
There's a bunch.
And
oh no.
At this point, all right. So this goblin is going to step up to here. And you see him
doing that. He activates my trap card.
You see him fling his weapons onto the ground, and he says in common, "Mercy, great ones, mercy! We help you, yes?"
Oh no.
Trixie.
I hate you, Casey.
Yes! They're innocent. Awesome.
Okay, so
did I-
since
did I
I'm the
hear that?
closest, can I respond?
You're also the deadest.
I just about time I get some respect around here.
Okay, so this
Coughing
is how
blood,
I'm gonna
holding
do
onto
this.
the arrow shaft in my chest.
This is gonna be a in the middle of combat interaction, so we're gonna pause the initiative order right here. I'm gonna let this play out, and then we'll jump back into it if we need to. But yeah, that's what he does. Fallon gives his response, and the goblin just sort of says, "Yes, yes, respect, respect."
Johan, you go take care of Fallon, and Colleen and I and Kane and Halil, we can all go gather the weapons so the goblins can't pull
Just
anything
one
fast on
goblin
us here.
doing this. Just one goblin.
Oh, is there only one left?
No, as
I
in
can't-
the others aren't coming forward and throwing their weapons down yet.
Oh, I guess I can't see anything.
All right, so
makes it hard to
this
negotiate.
one, as
Okay.
he sees you not instantly attacking them, he also steps forward and throws down his bow.
Yeah.
Better sign. Better sign.
I'll step forward, kind of. I can't see anything still, so I'm just going to kind of shout towards the dark, or not shout. I'm going to speak towards the darkness in a way that I think they'll be able to hear, but hopefully
Lay
won't too
down
loud. Just
your
like,
weapons.
anyone who lays down their arms will be spared.
tell
And
him
you
that.
see the rest of them. Well, you may
I
or may
don't.
not be able to see the rest of them, but they also drop their bows.
And I'm gonna look at Khalil and Kane and Halil.
Khalil?
I see. I don't see Kane. I was like, Halil, did they all put down their weapons?
So Kane, from where you're at, give me perception.
I'm not terrible at that stat, but I'm gonna roll terrible.
And actually, let me see. How
Yep.
many of them can? Yeah, you can. Okay, yep. I'm giving you nothing.
We should probably go gather the weapons so they can't pick them back up.
That's something we should definitely do. Let's go forward. Slowly, don't startle them. They'll do something stupid, I'm sure.
I'll leave that to
Johan and
Delilah.
Delilah, yes.
Halil.
You go first.
Yeah.
Thanks for volunteering.
Johan,
That is
Johan
perhaps not the
walk up.
greatest idea.
Why?
They don't like us.
I mean,
The
I can
dwarves?
approach-
I'll
Yes.
go with Johan.
Oh, then you stay back here then. Fine.
Okay,
You don't have
and
to share Fallon.
now hold on there. Halil, Johan, both give me perception checks.
Oh, should I do it now too? Since I
And
can see?
Alistair, yeah.
Yeah.
And actually just
He-
yeah,
he can
everybody
see
give me
clear
perception. Okay.
the
So everyone whose roll
High
wasn't
five, Kane.
shit, which
Woo!
means
Me.
I'm gonna say Halil and Fowlin. The two of you notice that although they have all thrown down their bows and are holding their hands up in the air, They all still do have short swords hanging by their sides.
Take off your swords and throw them down too.
Oh, yes. And they drop the swords on the ground.
Ah, man, I was about to shoot one.
And their
Yeah.
pets.
Are you finished or are you done?
What?
Did you heal Fallon yet?
No.
I'm healing
Yo.
Fallon.
Okay.
Hey.
Someone's taking care of Fallon.
They look at each other
Fallon's fine.
and they shrug, and then they say, one of them says, "We're done."
Hello.
I wanted to.
You pick up the swords. I'll pick up the bows. We'll go together. One by one.
Kane's gonna walk up too at this point.
Alright, so you get 5
Give me them swords.
hit points back, Fallon.
Yeah. My
I'll
swords.
pick up the bows that were on the ground.
Can I go and grab my arrow that went through the one's head?
Sure.
Okay. Did I have to move a character?
It is a very clean shot. It does have some brains and blood on it.
Alright, I'm gonna take the dead goblin shirt or whatever and use it to wipe off the blood and brains with my arrow.
You find something in what the goblin had on it that resembles cloth and do so.
Hello, is there anything else in this cave? I can't really see to the back.
Well,
Oh, it
um,
I'll come
dead end,
show
right?
you.
while I'm doing that, I'm gonna look
I
at the
can't
other
see anything
goblins.
up there,
this way.
can I?
I mean,
Did-
if you
okay,
can see
Casey?
it, you can see it.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Did you hear me?
Okay, so Johan, what you're
no.
looking at is you look and there is a fence actually in front of you, but behind the fence is a very large snake. Kane, what is it?
Yeah, I was saying,
steer it?
while I was cleaning off the arrow,
Yeah.
Kane was looking at the other goblins and smirking.
Okay. Noted. Give intimidation.
Can I cast light on something on mine right now as well? Now that
Sure.
we're just like searching.
What do you want to cast light on?
Just something I'm carrying, my wand or something.
Ye-
My wand, like piece of wood.
You see urine dribble down 2 of their legs, Kane.
Woo!
Whoa.
You want to cast on something you have?
Yeah,
All right.
on me for now.
Yeah. So.
So
Because I just want to
giant
search the back of the cave to ensure there's no one else hiding or
yeah.
cowering or anything.
All right. Give
Can
me
I use
investigation.
You've got it.
Can I use speak with animals and have a chat with the snake?
Sure. Let me do Alistair real quick. So Alistair, you give a once over around the cave. You do notice like something that resembles a sleeping bag and some meager belongings for all of them. It really doesn't amount to much. It's just like crappy clothes and stuff like that. You do also though find by one of them a small key.
Okay, I will take the key.
All right, Johan, we are now jumping over to Johan, who can speak with the giant snake.
Yes. Hello.
Good start.
It whirls its head around to you and sort of slowly looks at you. Yes.
How murderous are you?
The best questions.
More than a little after being stuck in this tiny cave for so long.
If we free you, will you help us murder the goblins and not murder us?
If you let me go from here. Sounds nice, but I might seek easier prey. Away from this particular cavern.
Well, I mean, to be honest, easy prey doesn't include us, so that seems about right. Can I free him?
You look, and so there is a relatively sturdy fence that has been holding this thing back. You see a small opening in it that looks like it might be used to feed it.
I have to talk to this thing, okay?
Get over here then.
Okay.
Can you even see it?
Can I just
there
innately...
is like a padlock on a bigger door on the fence that you see as well.
So that
Fallon,
means it's.
what do you want
Yes.
to do? You want to do something?
I do. I want to use my ability to choose a beast within 30 feet of me, to bend that beast to my will.
All right.
Make an animal handling check with a DC set by the beast's wisdom. I make the check with advantage if it's friendly, with disadvantage if it's hostile. If I succeed, I may direct the beast as if it was my animal companion until the next time we take a long rest.
All right. So you have neither advantage nor disadvantage in this case. It is neutral towards you. So DC is
I could
10.
actually give.
So I roll animal handling, try to beat 10.
Yep.
I could actually give you advantage on that. I think.
Okay.
Don't need it.
But Johan, as you're continuing to talk to it, all of a sudden you see it sort of stiffen a bit, and it tips its head almost quizzically, and it says, "Actually, goblin would be nice. I'll stick with you if you can let me out of this cage."
What's it saying?
Fallen, what did you do? I'll ask in Snake, because I'm feeling that tonight.
Can I respond in Snake?
Sure.
I just
What are
say,
you guys speaking?
we got a friend for a little bit. We might have
Can
to
I do an
kill him
insight?
later, though.
Can I do an insight check? on
Against
them?
what?
These two, who are speaking in language and not responding to my questions.
You can tell that they're. I mean, roll insight.
Yeah, that seems like a. That seems about as good as
They
what I got
sure
with
look
what
like they're
you
talking to a
think.
snake.
You guys can talk to snakes?
Oh yes, I reply in Snake. Yeah.
I approach Delilah and say, all the goblins are disarmed, and there doesn't appear to be anything,
Yeah.
that can harm us anymore.
There is the others. They went towards the back. Perhaps there is some place we can corral them.
We can check.
Yes.
I just swept the back of the cave. It looked like there was some sort of fence, but I didn't see what was past it. But
Bring him over here.
Actually, you would have seen. Wouldn't he have?
I didn't
seen
approach
some
quite close enough to
lights?
see the snake. So
Oh, okay.
Bring him
So
over
hold on.
here. We
So
can
hold on,
keep an
Speak
eye.
with a gobbo.
hold on. The snake's basically under my control now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Actually,
so I
as
want
a
to.
matter of fact, I am going to.
Do I get a snake token?
Yeah, you
guys-
should now be able to control the snake. Although you can't move beyond the fence at the moment.
Can I be honest? I don't see the snake. Unless maybe I'm.
Let me.
Okay, maybe I'm
Up
not.
to me.
Oh boy.
Let
Okay.
me
You
also
should
give
see
it
it.
vision.
I now see the snake.
It's
Let-
big.
I just moved.
All right, just a second. I have to look up snake stats real quick.
Holy,
So why
Sorry.
do you do that? I'm just gonna use
he's an incredibly large
I'm
snake.
going to.
So I
I'm
want to
going to
walk
smash
back to
the
the
log
party
with
with my
my
snake and not
hammer.
mention it at all.
No, guys.
The snake is
someone has-
behind a fence that it can't pass through.
I thought you were going to
Just I
unlock
am
it.
going to smash the padlock with my hammer.
Someone
there
has
we
to
go.
keep an eye on the goblins, guys.
Sucks for that
as
key
I
I must
see
have
Johan
found.
wind back
Okay,
his
the snake
hammer,
should have
I
vision
try to
now.
Okay. Do I see Johan try to wind back his hammer to smash the lock?
Yeah.
Johan, don't stop. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
What?
I one, I
It's
think I
safe.
have the key. And two, if we keep the lock intact, we could put the goblins here when we're done so that they can't follow us or make any trouble.
Yes. Put them
But
in the
he's
cage.
hungry.
Are you guys looking to do anything about the goblins? By the way, they're still standing
Oh,
where they
he's.
were.
I
Yeah, well,
assume-
I want to talk to them about this
Yeah.
snake.
Delilah and I were
what's the
trying to
deal
put them
behind the
in
snake?
the cage.
So yeah,
What-
you
what they
address the
call
goblin,
family.
ask him about the snake, and he says, "Just a pet, just a pet.
Whose pet?
Ours."
Fallens.
So can I just ask the snake what he's been up to here?
Yeah, you ask the snake what he's been up to, and he says, "Been sitting in this tiny cave and eating an occasional rat."
I ask him if he knows what they've been planning for him, or what's the point of him being caged up.
I don't know. Maybe they like to watch me eat.
Is it even a he? Could be a lady snake.
Is it the lady snake? Can I ask him?
Yeah, sure. All right. Yes, I am female.
Neat. That's in character.
Neat.
Yeah. Welcome to the family.
So okay, so
Ohana.
wait. So
Best animal. Oh well, second best animal.
so Alistar and Delilah were kind of corralling the goblins towards the cage, right?
Were
That
you?
was our plan.
Yes.
Okay,
that
all right.
was our plan.
All right,
Gang gets the
so
snake.
all right. I just want to make sure because if you guys just all walked there and didn't say anything of the sort, then I would totally have some goblins making a break for it.
Yeah, I was like.
All right, so the
That's
goblins
why
are
I'm
corralled
saying-
over here.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I tell Delilah that I have a key for this cage, and we can let this giant snake out that apparently is now listening to Fallon, though I didn't see that part, and I'm very confused.
So Kane's gonna draw his rapier, point at the goblin, and say, "Get in the cage."
I will go
What?
unlock the padlock.
Okay,
That is an exceptionally large snake.
you unlock.
It's
Astute
it's
observation.
friendly.
Wait, Fallon, before I turn this key, this is completely under your control, right?
More or less.
It's a nice
I
snake.
mean, pretty much, yeah.
Oh, buddy, everybody seems to like
alright.
it.
Yes,
I-
it's the second best animal in the party.
I look at the goblins and be like, the snake will not eat you. We're just putting you in this cave so you can't make it quite right.
I know it said that.
They just all sort of nod and are wide-eyed and concerned looking, and
All right, I unlock the cage.
they
No one
smell
actually
really
said
bad
this.
as more urine may have leaked from one of them. All right, so
Stop paying yourselves.
they look at each other and sort of hang their heads a little bit. You almost, someone who wasn't you would almost feel bad for them. So as you open the door, yep, the snake slowly slithers out of its cage. You see it sort of wrap itself around Fallon's ankles and almost kind of nuzzle him a little bit.
How big is this snake?
So the snake is considered huge.
Oh my!
Can I ride it?
Yeah.
Wait,
Can I join him
Yes.
riding it?
Can I also write it? Kay wants to write a snake. Wait.
Can we
Can you
all
speak
ride
snake? Can you ask for consent?
The snake could probably carry 3 of you.
Okay, so
it is
I
probably like let me think about this. It is probably like a
have you guys seen the
40-foot-long
movie
snake.
Anaconda?
yeah, it's probably like a 40-foot long snake. It is a giant constrictor snake. An
Sorry,
absolute-
Chad.
Hold on.
Casey,
Yeah.
can I while the snake's doing that, and I still have my rapier pointed at the goblins, I'm gonna like make eye contact with the snake and just kind of look at the goblins like, and like, you want?
Fallon, here's the stat sheet for the snake.
I'm gonna like
Can-
kind of point and beckon the snake to eat the goblins, but just like.
Awesome.
Would you like
Okay,
one?
so
I asked the
It
snake.
looks at
So
you, but it's
I
under Fallon's
hop-
control.
I hop on the snake's back and I beckon Johan to join me. Right.
I look at the goblins and be like, if you'll probably be safer now inside the cage than outside of it,
Can't
and
wait
kind
for
of
you
gesture
guys
for them to get inside.
And begrudgingly, they all climb into the cage.
Okay, and then once they're inside, I will lock it and tell them if you answer our questions, we'll leave this key for you when we leave.
Yes.
We'll come back for them. How about that? That seems a better idea.
Okay,
So just the key for them to come and do whatever they want.
Why don't
Yeah.
we
I said when we leave, like when we're gone.
Oh, okay.
Karnis.
take the key. I shall leave some rations. There are dozens and dozens of goblins in these caves. Someone will come for them.
We can stash on the other side of the cave. That's fine. We'll make sure they don't die in this cage. Is what I'm trying to suggest to them. Should they help us?
Agreed.
I can
I'm
give
still
them some
wounded.
I can give them some of my rations.
But I'm riding a giant snake.
Yes, I'm also riding a giant snake. And it's glorious.
I'd ship that.
Can't wait for you guys to be thrown off.
No,
Okay.
but we have-
I'll
Calm
give
down.
them
That's not
some of my
happening.
And
Kane
then-
gives him some of his rations.
Delilah, I believe they're all yours.
I'm gonna throw a handful of rations into.
No, Delilah, I got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah.
Appreciated, Kane.
I look really fishy at Kane.
Probably poison.
Delilah, maybe you should give them your rations.
Why?
You remember when Kane was asking you about
So you're the
toxic?
core member of the party, and so we
toxins.
kind of feel like.
I just
Kane,
Yes.
are these rations safe for consumption?
Yeah, totally. You can eat them.
I choose to believe
one
it.
second.
Okay.
I'm also
So
going to insight him at the same time.
Okay. Let me see. I mean, okay. So, like, whether or not he's being honest, it's going to be deception. So, Kane, roll deception. Just to see if you can, how well you can hide yourself. It's basically your poker face.
All right. Aw, shit.
Okay. You see Kane's smirk, and you sort of get the feeling that Alistair might be right.
All right, I will walk forward and take out a couple of foodstuffs, 2 or 3 normal-sized food rations. We'll say 3.
Okay.
And I will sort of tear the edge off of each of them
Okay.
and sort of lay them to the side so they're very clearly marked.
Okay.
And leave it at that.
Okay.
And then I will frown slightly at Kane.
All right. So I'll go. And how many rations do I have?
You normally carry 5. At this point, you would still have all of them.
Oh, I still have all my rations?
Yeah.
What are my rations? To take them off my...
Oh, they're part of your pack.
Okay. Oh, yeah, no, I don't have any rations right now. Or I didn't add them on.
Yeah, but you have 5.
Okay. So I'll put a couple rations down.
How many?
2. I'll put 2 rations in there as well. All right.
Can Fallon walk over and urinate through the cage on the rations?
You want to go into the cage?
No, I mean through the bars or whatever.
I would stop that 100%.
How are you gonna stop them?
They didn't shoot you with a couple arrows, did they?
I would grab him and bodily move him away.
Okay, so first
we
of all,
did
do you
kill
want to
2
try
of
and
them
do
in
this,
response.
You might get body blocked by a snake. Just saying.
Fallon, are you trying to do this or not?
Yes.
Okay. Fallon, roll athletics. And
aim for Delilah's.
Delilah, also roll athletics as you see Kane.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, as you see Fallon climbing up in front of you.
But snake body blocks him.
Oh, snake body
Damn
blocks
it.
him? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, so Fallon, you start to go up. The snake sort of comes around, maybe sensing your better nature, and you feel Delilah's hand on your shoulder, and you look back and you see a very disapproving dwarf. Well, actually, no, not on your shoulder. It's too far up. Like, sort of on your side, like gripping you very firmly.
But it's too far up.
And you see a head shake of severe disapproval. And you actually feel kind of bad.
I think with
Maybe,
the blood we spilled,
maybe.
Fallon would probably be vengeance enough. I mean, that's easy to say since I didn't get shot.
I was about to say I didn't get to kill any. Fallon didn't get his vengeance. I got a snake, I guess. I guess I'll let it be. I got a snake.
I appreciate it.
So, I was gonna let Delilah do her line of questioning to said goblins.
Cool.
What are you doing down here?
We're digging.
Why?
We don't know. The masters don't tell us.
Where are the masters?
further in the cave. Same way you were heading.
Who are the masters?
They
Sorry, Delilah.
sort of slowly look at each other, and you can see sort of looks of fear in their eyes, and they're sort of hesitating, not wanting to talk.
Perhaps
pulls
I
out a
will
short
let
bow.
my friend here and his snake do as they wish.
Fine. Do you want these ones to kill us or them? Whatever.
Did you?
One of them. You see this one in the back, sort of push his way forward. I'll tell them. Looks at you and says, "All right. So mostly the ones we interact with are the hobgoblins. All right, that's normal enough.
Yes.
But there's another one, a wizard. She's odd. She kind of looks human, but there's some kind of shine behind her eyes that doesn't seem right. Well, right. I'm saying something doesn't seem right.
Does she smell strange?
I have to look something up.
You smell funny.
This is pure instinct. I have no
That's
idea.
a very specific question, Delilah.
It's instinct again.
Do you smell things often?
Yes. Is
Drawers
that
are
an
strange.
actual question?
Yes.
Oh.
Kane
Daily,
asks.
I would
This
say.
is Kane asking.
Sometimes. Yes.
Well, like you just go around like sniffing things. I just usually just kind of.
I brew, Kane. I have a very keen sense of smell to know when things are right or wrong.
Do all the
smells-
dwarves?
All right, so the goblin speaks up. She smells like she's not from around this place.
Wow,
What do
quality
you mean by this
observation.
place? Like
Yep.
these
What is
tunnels?
Can I make the assumption that I want to make with that?
I mean, you're totally allowed to make an assumption.
Okay.
Kane's asking now. What do you mean? What do you mean by this place?
Here, and he looks all around.
Just these tunnels?
What I know.
Hold on.
Can I kill them?
No.
Can you shut that one
Okay.
up? My friends here have already all pissed themselves. What more do you need?
I glare very angrily at Kane and sort of shoot him a little bit.
They're being rude.
All right, so yeah, Delilah.
Do I have? Okay, no, that wouldn't make any sense. So I have spell components. Would I have something sagey or woody amongst my spell components?
You know what? Let's see how prepared you were. Just give me intelligence.
Okay.
Does she smell like a tree?
Yeah, you do.
Okay. I will sort of take something out, like maybe some bark or something, and toss it to him.
Okay.
Like this.
No, more like. And he thinks for a moment. Says, I went to the surface once. She smells like beyond. Anyways, there's one more thing. I've only seen a couple of them, but and I'm trying to think exactly what he would say. Yeah, he would know. There are demons down here too.
I was aware.
Although, I think the other one might be calling the shots.
This is useful information. I appreciate it.
How many more goblins are there in the other?
You're
caverns?
welcome, he says.
I will make sure that my friends here, as threatening as they seem, will leave you alone.
How many more goblins are there in these caverns?
I suppose I'm not really in a position to be bargaining. There are... what? And he does some mental math, such as goblins do.
Seven.
There's about us again, like me, handful of bugbears, bunch of kobolds, and a platoon. He acts as if it took him a large act of intelligence in order to remember the word platoon, of hobgoblins.
In these immediate caverns? I'm saying in the next two, in the next two caverns.
I don't know. People move around.
Fallon says, "What's in the next room? What's beyond here?"
The river.
Beyond the
Can
river.
confirm there is a river.
Beyond the
What's
river,
that?
river
What's
is
after
the
the river?
diggings.
How many people are digging?
I don't know. They move us in shifts. Look, you go from here, you'll hit the river. Cross the bridge, go south, go around a little curve. On your left is the diggings. On your right is the mess hall. Beyond that is where all the hobgoblins and the big bosses hang out.
So in those two rooms that you just mentioned, give me your best guess. How many would there be usually?
Enough. More than we really want to tangle with.
And Delilah, give me insight.
Jeez Louise.
Actually, let me see. Who's close? Alistair and Fallon can also give insight.
Why can't I give insight?
Because you're not, yeah, you can too, actually.
Yay. Aww.
Fallon, you notice that when Delilah says more than we'd really want to tangle... Well, actually, wait a minute. When Delilah says more than we'd really want to tangle with, you see him sort of give, like, cog his head just a little bit, and you get the sense that when he said platoon, he may have had a rather loose idea of what the word platoon meant, and that it really might be more like a squad.
Okay.
I have a really loose idea of what the word platoon means.
Same.
Well, I saw Karnis react to it, and I think he got the idea that it was like a significant section of an army, and that's really not what I meant to
I
convey.
mean, yeah, that's kind of what platoon means.
So it's more like a squad.
Kane, I don't think you're going to get anywhere asking goblins to count.
Okay.
I think we've gotten all we can from them, but I would
also
say thank you for your answers. They will be helpful.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Kill that one.
So are we leaving? Are we done with them?
Yes.
Alistair's turning around.
Kane's gonna go search the dead bodies for valuables.
Already
So Fallon
You find
ponies
shitty
up to him on
clothes,
his.
shitty weapons. Well, I mean, they work, but they're not that great. You find gore.
All right.
You find one of them is carrying a small chunk of quartz.
I'm taking the quartz.
All right, add 0.1 pounds of quartz.
One day all this quartz is going to come back and be a main plot element.
I'm gonna walk up to Colleen.
Right after that cursed ruby does.
Fallon is riding a giant snake at the back of this cave. I don't know if you can see
And
that
Johan.
far.
I've seen.
I just thought I would give you a heads up on that.
So Fallon ponies up on the snake to the gate and says Fallon, King of Snakes, forgives you for your trespass. Then we ride off.
All right. You know what, Fallon? Give me performance.
Okay, hold on.
Can I help him?
Everyone, before you walk off,
sure,
we should speak.
Do I
Let's
just
speak
give
away
him
from that
advantage or?
Just do performance.
Okay.
Yeah, I was talking to the person who's walking off into the other.
You see them give mildly confused nods as you ride off on your snake.
Oh, come on. God damn it.
Oh, I couldn't see them walking out.
Leaving me behind.
Sorry. I'm not trying to. I can't
They
control
were under
you.
the circle.
Wait, you know what? Here, just a second. All right, Fallon, you can control Johan now too.
Okay, hold on.
This is great.
Okay, thank God I can still control that too.
All right.
Okay,
We're all
my,
moving together.
I'm actually kind of happy that this happened. That's part of the reason. Like, this possibility is part of the reason why I put the snake there.
so Demilo, what did you want to talk about?
We now know what's down here. We know there are things, demons, which we knew was an option.
We also know there's some sort of potentially human involved.
Yes. Some sort of humanoid person from the surface who smells like something other than the surface. Yes. The issue is, our job is not to engage these creatures or defeat them. We're here to find out what's going on. We know what's going on. I do not recommend we advance deeper into these caverns.
I'm fine with that.
We must alert you. Do you all know where we are, give or take?
In the cave?
In the mountain,
I'm
underground.
on a snake.
Do you know where we are below?
Alistair laughs at Fallon's on a snake comment.
We are essentially beneath your dying.
So?
To warn the dwarves.
Well, then let's just leave now. Go immediately. I'll
That
leave
is
this
my
key right here,
recommendation.
and we can turn around.
But if the rest of you wish to move forward, I will join you.
Well,
I feel like the
don't-
longer we're in the tunnel, the longer it'll be between long rests, and I don't want to lose my snake, so I want to stay in the tunnel.
Okay, did you see my message, Casey?
Wait, what? Oh.
Did you see my messages?
Oh, no, I see that. So everyone else is currently a little bit away.
Yeah.
So you slip over and ask that, and
Like, even like a little bit.
I mean, do we see Kane leave the group and head towards? Is he heading towards the goblins?
Kane, do you want to try to slip away while they're talking, like without them noticing you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, go and give me stealth.
Because that would be a red flag for probably Alistair and Demila at least.
I guess I'm gonna heal myself.
Ah, dang it. Oh, no, I have the hood still.
Yes. Right? Okay, and actually, based on the crit, I'm just going to say that you get away. Okay. So, yeah, you slip back over, and you ask the goblin, and he's like, "You want me to smell you?"
Just, yeah, does, this person you're talking about, do they smell anything at all like me? You said they smelled like beyond.
It says, first of all, you kind of stink, but kind of. It's not quite the same.
But there's similarities.
A little bit.
Okay.
And the rest of you didn't, like, Kane got away enough while you were talking that you didn't really hear much of this. But as he's, like, after a moment, as the conversation, this short conversation is sort of winding down, you notice that the goblin is speaking again, and you see Kane slip back to the group.
So anyway,
I'll just look to Kane.
I'm not really sure what we've found. Have
Fallon
we
looks
found
at
out
Kane.
anything?
Can we see the goblins anymore from where we're standing?
I mean, you guys saw me walk back from the goblins.
Like, if you can see them, you can see them.
Okay, I can barely make them out.
Like, I didn't put the edge right against the wall just so that you can see a little bit. So my rule is, if you can see it, you can see it.
Okay, I was just gonna say if I can see them alive, I won't ask Kane if he killed them all. But
Oh, right. Well, I mean, presumably you would have heard sounds of fighting also. Well, maybe.
I mean,
I don't know.
we
Kane
know
could
the
probably
general
pretty quickly.
position of the dig. We know that they're digging underneath Jerdime. We know that there's a hobgoblin army with demons and some sort of wizard or humanoid at the front of it.
It could
I
just
feel
be
like we've
friendly.
learned a lot.
Hold on. What is okay?
You
I gotta
guys said
ask-
you saw the river, right?
yeah, there was a river.
That means
Very
that the
good.
dig can't be too much further from here based on what the goblin described.
Oh yeah, it's
He
not
said
very
it was
far.
the river, and then past that was the dig.
Oh yeah, it's not very far. I saw the dig, or saw part of it. It's not very far.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, we have everything we need to know. At least we can come back down here. If the plan is to confront them, we can come with more people now that we know exactly where we're confronting and how long it takes to get there.
I think we should investigate more.
Hey Casey,
Mhm.
does Kane should know like what Janazi what are they? Is human and what else again? I forgot, but
Genie.
Or a
Gene?
Jin in your case.
Jin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or a free or.
Well, no, but in Kane's case, it's a Jin.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna convey what I guess Kane thought of, and then the results, which was so I had the goblins spell me, and they did say that this humanoid they were talking about did smell kind of like me, but not quite the same. So I'm thinking
So you're saying
maybe
this
she's a
humanoid also
Jin?
needs a bath?
Kane just kind of looks at Alistair.
That's not particularly helpful, Alistair.
I'm just trying to lighten the mood.
So it might be a Jin, because they didn't describe it. They said it looked human, so they're not. It might not be a Genasi, but it could be a Jin.
Yeah, but I look roughly human.
But you don't smell like Beyond.
Delilah wouldn't know. She wouldn't know that.
You know what?
Nothing. I was about to say something, but
Beyond is a very vague word.
It's a very vague
Would it-
word, but I mean, how much Beyond would smell anything like me to a goblin?
No.
I mean, does Kane
Anything
have, like, a
outside the
really
mountains is
distinct
kind of
smell?
beyond.
I mean, also, give me
They-
nature, Alistair.
They acknowledged that I spelled bad, but they said that there was some similarities to the way I spelled to the way
Okay.
that the
Eh?
humanoid smelled.
I love rolling threes on things. It's my favorite part of every roll.
So
You
it might be a
never-
Jin or just something else like similar to a Jin, maybe. I don't know. Like I don't know how smells, which like how those beings
And
smell.
actually, as you're all having this conversation, anybody can make a nature check.
Make a what check?
Nature.
Do I get advantage since I'm a
Man, what's
Jinazi?
with all these group rolls where everyone does shitty?
Woo!
it's roll 20. It hates me.
I just tried to scratch my ear and I realized I can't.
So hold on, we're doing nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, nature.
Sorry,
And the
I was
snake roll.
Kyrian, I
no.
swear we have the same headset.
Well, actually,
Is it the Logitech one?
yeah, no,
Yeah.
not on this.
Then yes, it's the same headset.
Okay.
I was
so-
looking at it. I was like, that looks really familiar.
Wow, Kane had the best roll on another int check. So Kane,
Woo!
as you're having this conversation, it does occur to you some random thing that you like just overheard some people complaining about goblins once or something. You're not quite sure, but it occurs to you that goblins are not known for their keen senses. Like dark vision, yes, but you wouldn't expect one to have a particularly keen sense of smell. So, like, maybe...
Goblins can't even smell well. What?
Yeah, so, like, maybe, you know... I'm not... They might not necessarily be completely wrong about it, but you also wouldn't expect them to give you an exact smell profile.
I was just saying that things
Unlike
smell anything
Kabok.
like me. Like, would their sense of smell be enough to for
It
that to
occurs
be
you
something
that
worth
the
it?
goblin, like, didn't even lean close to the fence and get a good whiff, presumably because they want to stay as far away from you as possible. So it's hard to tell. Maybe
All
they
right,
caught a whiff of something, maybe they didn't.
Kane's gonna walk back over to the goblins.
Okay.
Oh,
So did you guys actually, like, were you being straight with me just now? 'Cause I realized you didn't even actually lean over to smell.
Look, if I lean over and get a really good whiff, are you gonna kill me?
No. I put my arm in so they don't have to like get as close.
What the hell?
You're effing weird, you know? Or no, he doesn't censor himself. What am I doing? You're fucking weird, you know? And he leans over, he inhales deeply, and he leans up. Well, looks like you actually aren't human and not just blue. But this one didn't smell quite the same, but you both smell different from normal humans. Good?
Okay.
Roll insight. He's being straight with you. Although you're still a little skeptical about exactly how keen his senses are on this.
I appreciate the help.
Don't mention it.
I won't.
Ever.
And I go back to the group. Okay, so I'm sure that they think I smell similar, but goblins aren't really known for their sense of smell, I remember. So I don't know how accurate it would be.
So
But
then
they
back
said-
to the main discussion, which is should we leave the caves or travel deeper?
We should definitely leave the cave.
well, demons. How do you guys feel about demons?
I'm not a
never-
fan of them.
How do you feel about tea?
Honestly.
Sounds like a sales pitch.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm putting them at about a 2 on
Exactly.
how much I enjoy the company.
I mean, from the sounds of it, the really big stuff was beyond that room that I already saw. So we could still check out the dig site and maybe only still continue running into goblins. I don't know for sure if they were just goblins. The guy seemed kind of straight with us, but he could also have been lying about what was in the dig. But all the big bad stuff seemed to be a couple caverns beyond what is coming up. So
We could go and see what they're digging. That is not a bad idea.
okay, let's go do that. Who did Kane deem the smart person in the group again?
Colleen
Was it
or
Colleen?
Alistair. One of the two of us.
Okay, so yeah, so like I guess once you decide where we're going, Kane's gonna start talking to Clean, but I'll wait till we decide what to do first before I start that conversation.
Everyone, shall we discover what they're digging?
Sure.
I'm happy with that.
I will stick with you guys, but I think that's a bad idea.
We will go not much farther.
Fallon rolls his eyes at that comment.
As much information as we can get without exposing ourselves.
I mean, I could when we get close, I can go ahead again. It seems I can see a bit farther than they can. So
It does. It's very impressive, Kane.
thank you.
Shall we?
Yeah, sure. So I guess we also go as a group. So while we're walking, I guess I'll talk to Clean till we get close.
I mean, I've been over here the whole time. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Okay. So, Clean, the goblin mentioned that the humanoid that they saw that smelled different from humans on the surface smelled different in a similar manner to the way as me. Do you think there could be something like along my Jinn half? Or you know any other creatures that come from the same realm?
And actually, just remember, like, I am at least loosely enforcing that if you're not next to each other on the map, you're not next to each other.
No one's actually following.
So, like, you're talking to yourself, Kane.
Well, that's where I kind of hovered because no one else was walking forward. Come on, guys.
All right.
Let's go.
So, yeah, you say that to Clean, sure.
Okay.
I have to resist the urge to be a sass master and realize that Colleen is nice to most people.
I already rolled. I don't know anything about Genasi.
Oh, I can't come up with anything that's. Oh man.
Be nice to Kane. Kane is innocent.
Kane is part of the family.
Kane is easily Colleen's least favorite person to be around.
Aw. But I call you the smart one in the group.
That doesn't mean a lot when you are the smart one in the group.
Debatable.
It's possible. That sounds interesting, if nothing less.
A river, my friend.
Do you know much about where Jin come from? At all?
Let's see.
Oh, Casey, will you put my light out?
If you want to roll it. And what'd you say?
Will you put my light out?
Oh, you want it out?
Yeah, I don't want to be a target anymore.
Maybe I know things.
The bridge, my friends.
So, all right, and everybody, you can go as far as Halil went, but don't go further for the moment. So, yeah, you would know that Genasi are basically the offspring of Jin. In Kane's case, judging by his coloration, it would be genies. In Kane's case, it would be a Jin, who is an heir Genasi, who are considered the most goodly of the Genasi, although they very much are about like opulence more so than being really nice to people. Yeah, so either Kane's father or mother was a genie, and the other one was probably human.
But just know about like where they come from.
Oh yeah, and so as a Jin, they would be from the elemental plane of air, which I could tell you more about. But and also as you all get into this cavern, I'll just briefly repeat what I said before, which is you guys hear waterfalls coming sort of from the south, so from like this direction relative to you. You look down at the river, and it's not that deep. It's wadeable for all of you, even Delilah, although it would come up pretty high on you, Delilah. It's not flowing too fast either, actually. And it looks like it gets shallower as you go further up. All right. That's all I wanted to say. You can all move again, although do note if you move too much further. Right now, there's the sound of rushing waterfalls drowning you out. If you try to have conversations much further up, yeah.
Okay, so I'll stop on the bridge then. So, do you know anything about where they come from?
Are you saying there's some sort of extra planet creature down here?
Possibly. The goblin said from beyond, and that the way that they smell different was the same way that I smell different from humans.
So, like a demon.
Exactly, yes.
Well, we definitely know that
demons come from the same place as Jin?
No, but they are extra planar.
The goblins did confirm there were demons, and then something they called human, but they said she looked weird or smelled weird. I don't know how much we can put stock in those words, but
Well,
So
that
maybe-
sounds fascinating. We should go find it.
Okay,
I'm
kill it.
sure they have plenty of stories.
Alright.
Right,
At that
guys.
point,
roll
Kane,
Let's
go
not
this.
ahead.
get close.
Fallon, roll the snake stealth real quick. It's +2.
Okay. How do I?
you can just do /roll 1d20 +2.
All right.
Oh, and Kane, as you get to this point, you definitely hear the sounds of the dig once again. Kane is now way up in front of all of you, by the way.
What a snake.
Oh, I suppose we
Okay,
should
yeah.
move on, Colleen.
Snake is just doing its thing.
Yeah, I know. From here, we need to be a bit quiet, guys.
Oh my god, the
We're
snake.
approaching the dig.
The snake is as bad as Johan.
Yes, it is.
Well, Johan's on the snake's back, so that's.
Yeah, it's just jangling.
Maybe that's why. Because Johan's on the back.
And he's a giant bright light.
It does have 3 riders, so...
Johan, please.
So, if we want to stealth, do we need to reroll
I
stealth?
want to know how Gomorka's staying on the
Nah,
snake.
I'm just sort of generally tracking it based on things you've already rolled.
Okay.
'Cause he's a good boy.
Can you explain
Based
that,
on the
Casey?
previous stuff.
How Johan's staying on the snake?
No, how the South Gomork.
Oh, he's just straddling it, man.
Just like
Yeah, exactly.
As
Lane
people
thrust.
approach, get closer, I'm gonna like hold up for them to stop. So like as they get close to me, and tell them to stop. but silently, with
I've
hand
stopped.
signals.
Hey, Kobe.
Quick, the snake's gonna run me over. Ah,
I said, okay, so the dig's down here. Do we want to try to go as a group, or just me and maybe Haleo? Haleo can't see as far as I can apparently, but I can outsee the goblins.
Look, I found a.
It's a kitty.
Get
I want to
see
pet
off
it.
the screen.
You like it, don't I?
No one else laughed at the joke.
So, do we want to go as a group, or should I go myself first and try and see what I can see?
Well, I think if you go, that might be the best option here, because last time it didn't work so well.
Well, we didn't stick to the plan last time because Johan was supposed to go first.
Well, now we have a giant snake to go first if our plan is to approach.
You guys could just charge in on the giant snake. We know that. That's
Probably
also a valid
intimidate
plan.
them that way, but
Actually, I like that plan.
I
Do
mean,
that plan.
our plan is just to discover what they're. If our plan's just to figure out what they're digging, then we should probably just let Kane go.
Yeah, that's what I think.
If
they-
you think Caesar will be safe.
Secret.
Okay, fine. I like the charging in snake, but okay.
We'll just
So
hide
Kane's
behind
gonna
this
go.
wall,
Okay, so
and
Kane's
if you
gonna
run
head
into
first.
trouble,
Alright.
run to us.
All right, Kane's gonna go ahead first.
I'm gonna follow Hileo.
Good, I'm not going anywhere.
I see that arrow, Casey.
So yeah, you definitely hear the sounds of picks moving against rock, and stop Kane actually. So from where you're at, you should be able to see quite a bit actually.
Yeah, I see them. I see the line of the guys up against the wall.
Yeah. So what you see from your hiding place, just around a little ledge of rock, you see a bunch of kobolds sort of ferociously digging at a stone wall that is not too far back actually. Like whatever this dig is, it seems to have started pretty recently actually. There are some goblin taskmasters behind them who are sort of, shall we say, encouraging them to work quickly, sometimes violently.
Are they encouraging them in Damala's way or Kane's way?
Kane's way.
Well, no, Kane's way would be encouraging them by killing them. They're not doing that. It's something in between.
Okay.
More like Kane's way. And you also see two sort of lazy-looking hobgoblins just sort of, moving their heads back and forth, watching over the whole thing.
Okay. So I'm gonna take the intel and just tell it to the party.
Okay, so you're going back?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can just move all the way back. That's fine.
Can't see anything. Oh, there you go. So yeah, there's a bunch of kobolds digging, goblins whipping him, and hobgoblins being lazy.
What
But the
were they
digging looks like they just started. They were just digging into the wall, but it looks like they had just started digging into this wall. So they've started this project recently.
Oh, you would also have noticed that there is already a noticeable upward grade to what they've been digging.
They're digging up.
That is what I feared.
So should we kill them?
No.
Okay.
We need to. Well,
It would slow down the progress.
I would love a way to distract them at the very least.
We have illusion.
Giant snake.
We have a giant snake.
We have a
You could just
giant-
let the giant snake loose on them and leave. That would distract them for a while. By the time they realize what's happened, we'll be long gone.
I cannot approve of wholesale slaughter.
I mean, it's a fair fight. There's some goblins and a couple hobgoblins in there. It's a fair fight.
I think. I think. Yeah, exactly. I don't. If the snake goes, we all have to go.
Well, that's not true.
It's
Snake
not true
goes,
at all.
Leave.
I'm sorry. Do you have control of a snake?
No, you do. But I'm not riding a snake.
You didn't see that snake, so
That's what she said. Go ahead.
I mean,
all right.
letting the snake loose on its own and let the snake do what it will is probably still cause enough of a distraction. We don't have to necessarily order it to kill.
Just let the snake loose. Still freak
I mean,
out. Believe me.
Fallon may know what the snake actually wants.
Gentlemen, we're here. They're down there. Why distract when you can just put a stop to it?
Well, I mean, that's my first choice, but these guys don't want to kill them.
I doubt that's all of them. We don't know the position of the demons or the wizard. It seems rather foolhardy.
I saw the next room. The next room only has like a handful of more goblins in there. There were no demons and things in there.
Right, so we still don't know where the demons are nor the wizards. They could show up at any time.
You know what I bet they don't have?
To determine about how long it might take a group of the size that Kane determined to dig a tunnel up into Jardine.
Okay, you're a dwarf. You know about that digging stuff.
Survival.
Dwarves are knowledgeable about digging.
Okay. So a group of the size that Kane mentioned. So kobolds do fast work. So that's something. And you also know that Kane saw more of them. So it seems like they're working them in shifts. You don't have a great sense for exactly how far beneath Jardine you are. If you were only, say, a few hundred feet below Jardine, then it might only take them a week. If you're further down, it might take them longer.
Either way, they're not going to be doing it in the next day.
Very unlikely, especially since it looks like they just started. Okay. They would have presumably come in low enough that the dwarves in Jardine wouldn't hear sounds of digging in the city.
Okay. That being the case, there is very small chance they will reach the tunnels below the city in the next few days. Our best chance, even if we slow them down, we will have alerted them that we know they are here. Our best chance will be to alert the city and have a trap waiting for them when they come out.
By that logic, then, those goblins in the cage could also alert them that we know they're here. If you really wanted to cover our tracks, we'd have the snake kill them and make it look like the snake just got out.
Could they not collapse a large part of the city and just let them burrow into it?
I'm sorry, Killing. Could you repeat that?
Is it not possible that they could collapse a large part of the city if you just let them dig out beneath it?
It would take a great deal of digging for them to reduce the security of a city such as Jordan. This is very well established.
Back to what I was saying. If we want stealth, we want to cover our tracks. We can't leave any trace that we were here. At least not in this area. So we want to... Those goblins are a liability. We either have to kill them or take them with us. But we can't leave them here to tell.
I'm fine with taking them with us. I will not allow them to be killed.
Then we have to leave the snake, though, so that it looks like the snake killed some and the rest fled.
Or we just leave the cage open so it looks like the snake got out, killed some, and also the snake fled.
That's a good option, too. That's a better option. See, this is why you're with the second smartest person in the group.
I mean, we probably shouldn't bring the snake to the surface with us.
Why not? It's cool.
It seems the snake is probably from the surface. It would appreciate being home.
Give me nature.
Yeah, Alistair. Gosh. You don't want to take the snake home?
I mean, I'm fine. I'm sort of terrified of the fact that we're just hanging out with the giant snake.
Okay, never mind.
Fallon has everything under control.
Well, I say them either way. We should either let the snake loose on them here or turn around and go home with the snake and the goblins.
All right, let's go home, snakes and goblins in.
Perhaps the snake can keep the goblins in line on our escape. It would only took us a couple hours to get down here, right?
I don't remember.
It hasn't even been a full day.
It was about 3 hours of walking. You would guess that the time is now late afternoon. You could probably get back to you could get back to the surface before it's even properly night.
All right, so let's do that then.
Yeah.
Let's do
We
it.
gotta take those goblins with us. Break the lock. So it looks and so make it looks like the lock was broken. I don't know, or just take the lock. I don't know. We don't want to leave an unlocked lock there. That would be a bit
Strange.
yeah. So all right, so let's go back to those goblins then. Do we have to
Okay.
march, Casey? Do you have to actually march, Casey?
You can go in large chunks, but do stick to path.
I don't want to go first.
Or the center of rocks if you're Delilah.
That was an accident. I got very lost.
Yep. I brought you back to a safe place. Well, almost. There you go. By the way, Colleen, your warding bond has dropped at this point.
Yeah.
Is that because of distance or?
No, it's because of duration.
That's what I figured. Okay.
You know what? I'm just gonna help you guys out here.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna do
Assuming that
that.
you
but
didn't want to like look at anything in the river chamber.
Nah,
I guess
we're on
not.
a mission.
I mean, if you want to, you
fine.
totally can.
Oh.
But
Here we are.
I don't want to like rush you through. But
I mean, I guess Kane will then be looking around for stuff.
I would like
That's
to
valuable.
pan for gold.
I would like to look for valuable things. I see nothing. Never mind.
okay.
Kane was too focused on the mission to look around. That's what it was.
You guys just
Okay, I
passed right
think
by
I
the
know where I am
goblins.
now.
You guys.
I'm just
Dan-
following Haleo.
You can
Yeah,
pass the
don't
You
goblins.
passed the goblins.
I didn't even know you guys put the goblins in the cage. I was just hanging out on the other side.
I didn't care about the goblins.
Yeah.
I pick up the key that we left at the center and come unlock the goblin cage.
And as you get to the front, most of the 4 of the goblins look, very concerned, and the one who sort of seemed to get frustrated and take charge says, "Our Lord and Saviors, Lords."
There's been a change of plans. We're gonna take
everybody
you.
line up your throats, boys.
There will be no killing. We need to bring you to service with us.
I like this guy.
Wait, what?
You're coming with us to the surface. We can't leave you here to blab to your friends.
Our lives are yours to command, O great and mighty masters.
You're damn straight.
That's when I turn the key. Right after he says that. It's a good time.
All right. They come out,
These are the sassiest goblins.
and as the lead goblin gets out, he looks around and says, "So, look, I imagine that what you're all about here is trying to keep us from blabbing to the rest of them. That right?"
Yes.
Okay. Well, I would suggest that you clean up the corpses then.
We just figured make it look safer.
I get the snake to eat them.
Okay. As you mentally command
That works too.
the snake to eat the goblins, it you initially sense a wave of excitement, like thank you for letting me finally do that, and then it thinks about. Then you get a sense of like slight disgust, as maybe it's thinking about what it's about to eat. But then you see it go through, and just very efficiently, you see it gulping them all down. You see 3 goblin-sized lumps moving along the length of the snake, and you see 4 goblins again concentrating very hard on not wetting themselves.
I count 5.
And you see that the one who take charge goblin is just standing
These
there,
nails, man.
sort of just
It's
looking
hard.
up at the ceiling and just waiting for this to get done. All right.
And
I
I talked to the snake. I talked to the snake where everyone can hear me, but in common, I guess, and I say, "Was that enough? Are you still hungry, girl?" And I look at the other goblin
And it says,
and I wink.
can survive for some time on a meager meal, but they've mostly just been feeding me rats, so that was kind of nice. I'll be good for another later.
All right, so let's go.
All right.
Someone.
Are you planning
lock?
to secure the goblins in any way, or are you just imagining that they're cowed enough that they'll?
I
obey?
let them know that if they try to run, the snake will be faster.
You are ours to command, master.
I'll use my 100 feet of rope to sort of tie them to one another.
Oh.
Yeah, bind their hands
And as you start doing that, it's like, yes, I knew this was coming. It always happens this way. When I was just a wee little gobbo, my mom said, if they capture you, they're gonna tie you together. That's how it always goes.
Oh, little gobbo.
Delilah rolls her eyes.
Okay, someone smashed the lock or something, so it doesn't look like the snake was just like let out of the cage.
I smashed the lock.
All right.
Okay, yes, you do. You do a darn good job of it. And the lock falls asleep afterwards. No, okay. Sorry, that's an inside joke.
Okay, so I guess.
And as you get ready to start walking out, this goblin is still talking. It says, "Yeah, my dad wanted to name me Rope Bunny after my mom told me that story. I told him no, too soon, Dad. I was just a wee little goblin pup at the moment. I don't even know how I was able to talk. But my vocabulary always has been."
You need to shut the fuck up.
It falls silent immediately.
Why do I see two snakes on the screen? Was it a bunch of lines drawn?
Hey.
Am I the only one that sees that?
Yeah.
It's probably salts.
I see a bunch of yellow lines.
Yeah, it's definitely salts.
Yeah, really
okay, no, they're gone now. That was weird. I saw a ton of yellow lines and with measurements and 2 sets of snakes.
Okay, so we're heading out then? Yes to that.
Pending doom.
And
Kane's gonna stay close to the goblins in case things go awry and he has to kill them.
Fallon, as the lead member of the party, I'm going to make this all depend on you. Give me perception.
I didn't mean to do that, but okay.
Yeah, I know, but I'm rolling with it.
So I'm using the arrow keys to move around.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
You hear footfalls coming down the tunnel towards you.
From which direction?
Towards us.
Like in front of you.
Which is the way we're going.
Okay.
Can I tell everybody quickly and quietly and suggest that we hug the wall to surprise whoever's coming around the corner?
Sure.
Kane's gonna go hide.
Probably
Kane's
need
gonna
to
hide.
distinguish the light riding the giant snake if you wanted to surprise someone.
Delilah?
Well, is Johan still lit up?
Turn the light off.
Yeah, Johan is still lit up.
Oh,
Turn off the light.
I will turn Johan off then.
Yeah, you will.
Johan has no off button.
You just don't do it for him.
That's fine. He does not do it for me either.
So, okay, Kane's gonna hide though and ready his shortbow.
Okay. You're all just hiding like here?
We're like hugging the wall. Yeah.
Kane's like here.
Alright.
I'm hugging Alistair.
Yeah, hug me, brother.
Alright,
Wait, that you just moved the torch. No.
And whoops.
Okay, see, yeah, I don't want to be in the torchlight. Thank you.
Alright. And you all hear thumping around the bend. And let me see when they actually see you. Might be about there.
There's a snake.
One more spot. You see you've encountered some of these before, if any of you can see them. But they notice you at this point, and one of them bellows, "What the heck?" Oh, no, it's in Goblin. It goes, "Rrr!" And
Of course.
That's a great goblin impression.
yeah, bugbear, but whatever.
I like the snake up.
And let me
in
see.
response to hearing that.
This is actually a good time to end, but let's go ahead and roll initiative now.
Do I get a
Ooh.
surprise attack since I have a Sherpa already?
Are you behind a wall so you
probably.
can't see them?
We'll see.
I'm like up against the wall. That was the
It'll
intention
it'll
here.
depend on your initiative actually relative to theirs, because you are hidden, but it's also a matter of whether you get in before they're good and going.
Oh, I didn't have my token
I
selected.
think that's how I may handle it. Like if you're if you're not noticed at the beginning of combat, and you move before one of them, that'll count for assassinate. I kind of like that.
Okay, cool.
Isn't that
Thank you.
how assassinate works?
Assassinate technically says that they have to be surprised, which if you're being
Okay.
yeah, like if you're being whatever the word I'm looking for is about it would mean that you actually have to be like in a surprise round, but that's kind of restrictive.
Okay.
Rules as
then it's-
written.
So what
It's
should I
kind of
roll
restrictive
for
a
the
core class
snake?
feature.
it's
Snake
a
is
later
+2,
ability.
and I'll add its turn.
Did I get put on there? Did I do it right this time?
I didn't do it right. I need a 6.
All right.
Now Fallon has like 3 initiatives to roll.
Well, and I have
21.
to roll twice for Fallon because he has advantage on initiative
Sure.
rolls.
All right. 1, 2,
So-
3, 4, 5, 6.
So 4 rolls then.
Gamork has to try to like lumber off the
yeah.
snake anyway.
Well, actually, let me ask. Well, it's probably a good time to end for people. This is where we generally end, unless you want to just wreck some face first.
I guess it's up to Johan, since he's the one
Yeah,
that's
how are you?
I guess
How are
I'm
you?
fine with.
Oh,
well,
do you want to cut off Radiclus?
Well, I was just saying I'd be fine with it just so like the snake continues to next time too.
Okay, all right. We'll cut off there then.
Yeah,
That
I
is
have
where
food
we
sitting
will
on the
end for
counter. That
today.
sounds good.
Just about to go into this lovely little encounter.
Ooh. What are
Goodbye,
we gonna do with our
stream.
goblins during this battle?
Goodbye, stream.
They're tied up.
Goodbye.
Let's just let Kane guard them.
Estrima.
All right.
Hey,
Oh yeah, Kane should totally just
didn't
kill the
crash.
captives.
Yay!